I think I figured it out a little bit. I figured out a little bit why that one got to me so bad. And it comes down to the same thing I said about Yonah in the very first scene of the game. There is something particularly gut-wrenching about a kid, because what I mentioned of mouse. What I mentioned of parents sacrifice themselves to save their kid happens a lot. That is true in media and movies a lot. But the more I thought of more examples, the more I realized it is usually a baby. Like the Moses story, Moses was a baby. Like in Prince of Egypt, Moses is a baby. Those are the same story, but one of them is a movie, and I said I was trying to mention movie examples. Kung Fu Panda happens, and when you get a flashback, he's a baby. I mean, you get to see him process it as an adult, so like that's still an emotional scene. But when it happened, he was a baby. The fucking Mortal Kombat movie had the baby thing, and sadly, those are the only examples I could think of. But the point is that I've seen it. Oh, Harry Potter! You've seen Harry Potter. Tons of stories are like that.
The elder brother postponed his
and much like Yonah realizing, oh, I'm sick, and Dad has to go through a lot of stress to deal with that. It's a lot emotionally worse when the kid is old enough. The kid is still super young, but is just old enough to understand and fully comprehend. In this particular instance, oh yeah, my mom is dying to protect me, and there's nothing I can do about it. I'm never going to see her again, and I have to watch her leave me, so that she can go stop other things from killing me. It's really emotionally hard to fathom. That sucks. It's terrible. So, yes, I think that slightly explains why it feels that bad. I know why it feels pretty bad, but I think we go... Yes, we go up to get this one, and then we go down to the south part of the map for part 2 of this quest, is what it is. I am still trying to find as many things as possible. I also just want to collect a bunch of shit so I can sell it, so I'm not horribly in debt. So I think it is worth exploring all these rooms again. But is that a thing? Ow. Is it broken lens? No, it's a dented metal board. How silly of me. Yeah, we do have to sell some stuff. We've gone through this factory so many times now that definitely will be worth it to get through our inventory and see what we have 50 of. Thank you, Emil. But yeah, this level, between this level and then Devola and Popola not being, from my understanding, not being the replicant bodies that almost all the other characters are, but rather being androids, and that is a separate kind of entity than replicants. Between that and then the robot factory, which is full of robots, but some of the robots can clearly think a little bit for themselves. I'm really curious. I think I've said this. I am going to, when I get to Automata, go in very cold. But I'm very curious. I know this much, and I guess this is I believe the minorest of spoilers about Automata. You can kind of guess even from the names of the characters, but the main characters of the game are robots. they look human, but they are robots. That in Automata, that is not meant to be a spoiler at all. I don't think that's part of the opening premise. But to my mind, that means they are much more similar to Devola and Popola than they are to the main characters of this game. Unless you can, aside from Devola and Popola, if you consider the main characters. And so I'm very curious, in terms of where does Automata fit into the world building. I don't know, and what the story is going to be, I just truly don't know. I'm very excited to get to Automata because I actually know, considering how famous of a game it is and how well regarded it is, I know so little about that game, and I'm very excited to get to it. So please be, I made even though I don't consider it a spoiler, I made sure to cushion it very carefully. I also hope you all in the comments are very careful about telling me anything about Automata and telling other viewers about Automata, because I am hoping that experience is going to be very fresh for everyone that it can be, myself included. So just keep all of that in mind. What's the deal with this, my man? Why do we have this? What are we doing here? Can I put this over the vent? Nope. No, not like that. Thank you. No, I can't even put it over the vent. I truly don't know what the point of having all those pullables is for. There's not like a... now I'm looking at this like a Lego Star Wars level. Looking for all the secret corners where there might be things. Are there things I have to stack up boxes to get to somewhere in here? God damn. Ah, my double jump saved me. That thing that makes physical sense to happen in video games. And we all accept this. Kaine is dead. No, Kaine is fine. I really thought Kaine fell into the pit. There's a mysterious switch. I need more mysterious switches. It's good that I'm scrounging through the dungeon, because I definitely need more mysterious switches. Don't need antenna. Definitely need more dented boards. But I do also need mysterious switches. So many broken antenna. I really need some switches, guys. I know there have been supply issues over the years, but as of right now, it should not be that hard to get my hands on a Switch. Even mysterious versions. All right. A broken arm. There's another mysterious switch. I haven't been paying attention to how many I've gotten. That was the one I got a second ago was the first time I realized it. Ooh, a level up! I wanted one more level up before I tried the Manor side quest, and we got what we wanted. But we lost what we had. You know? You ever thought about how Keith David truly just elevates every piece of media he's been in? You gotta love actors like that, where it's like, you could be in a piece of shit movie or show, and then Keith David will show up, and you're like, okay, at least it's got Keith David. Because there's other actors where it's like, I'm happy to see this actor. He's not elevating it. Like, love Ewan McGregor to death. I have no desire to watch Jack the Giant Killer, or whatever the fuck it is, just because Ewan McGregor happens to be in it. But if Keith David was in Jack the Giant Killer, I would go see it. You know? Keith David is going to bring his A game, no matter what. And even if Ewan McGregor brings his A game, that doesn't mean he's going to elevate it. He can try to elevate it, and he may fail. Ewan McGregor, while incredibly talented in all aspects of the world, of the word, is not invincible when it comes to elevating his storytelling. Keith David can't be touched. Hey, it's Emil Miller. We need one of those. Now I just need a fucking crystal somewhere around here. I don't even know if I can find it around here. That might not be accurate. Like, I'm not asking name a bad piece of media that Keith David was in. Because they do exist. I believe the meme of Keith David in a car looking to the guy next to him and going, "Welcome to hell, motherfucker!" I don't even remember what that movie is, but I believe it is bad. I looked it up. I was like, where did this come from? And I looked it up and it was like, yes, this is a bad movie. But am I glad as hell that Keith David's in it? Yeah. That's one movie I'm probably not going to see. But I'll consider it because Keith David is there. Did I have any intention of watching Hazbin Hotel? No, which is particularly weird because I saw the YouTube pilot and I thought to myself, yeah, that's pretty good. That's alright. And then it got money, and all of a sudden I was like, maybe not. And then it got mixed reviews, and I was like, maybe not. And then my friend said, Keith David is in it, and he sings, and he makes fun of you. And I went, maybe. Now I'm considering it again. I've heard. It's not just that I've heard mixed things. It's that I've heard. What is it? Wikipedia has two separate things. Wikipedia's ways that it summarizes how a movie was received are overwhelmingly positive, mostly positive, overwhelmingly negative, mostly negative. Sometimes it goes critically acclaimed or critically panned. And then in the middle, you can have received mixed reviews, or received polarizing reviews. So like Deadly Premonition receives polarizing reviews, where you either love it or you hate it. And that's different from mixed, where people are like, yeah, it's alright. And I feel like Hazbin Hotel got polarizing reviews, is from my experience of all the reviews I have read. That seems to be the case. So, maybe I do need to check it out. Okay, ready? What's a ship?
A large seagoing vessel that carries freight and passengers over bodies of water.
Yay! You're so great, BP. You've learned so much.
You have taught me much, Kalia. You have helped to expand my vocabulary. You have instructed me in the ways of the outside world.
Well, there's tons of stuff I don't know either. Maybe we should leave here and go explore the world.
Because we are friends.
That's right! Yay! It's gonna be fun! Nothing bad will ever happen to us, ever. Luckily, we don't have to think about that for a while. And I'll leave that mouse alone. That mouse has earned it for some reason. Some pretty impressive stuff you found. I'll start upgrading your weapon right away. I won't charge you for it either since you helped me out. Well, actually, this is going to take a little more time than I thought. No sense in you waiting around. I'll send you a letter once it's ready. That'd be great. Okay. I don't think we got any broken lenses from that. And we need 7 of them. Okay, once it's totaled up, it's not. Once I see my total money and the total amount I have to pay, it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be, but it's not fun. We should definitely sell some things. What do we have 50 of? We don't appear to have 50 of anything. We do have 41 strip bolts. Oh, we do have 55 severed cables. Those are $200 each. Hell, we have 96 broken antenna. We're probably about to pick up our max broken antenna. Let's sell a shit fuck ton of those. Let's sell 60 of those. Doubled our money right away. Let's sell 20 of those. 20 of those. 20. Let's sell 21 of those. Make it a nice clean number that we have left. We still don't have enough mysterious switches, I don't think. Holy shit, the rusted clump was 1,000? Okay, now I feel less bad that I got it. Because that's what we fished up, right? I kind of want to hold on to it just in case I need a rusted clump. Don't think we have a ton of everything else. Yeah. Alright, 26,000 is pretty good. Still not have to buy many weapons, but it puts us on the right path. Considering we just paid a ton for... Do we have everything we need from this guy? We need 4 more mysterious switches. We can get that next time. Does that make sense? Or should we just go visit? Should we just grind now? We're gonna need to grind for that. This sucks. There's too many things. Seems to have some free time on our hands. Maybe Popola has new information. Let's see. Okay, let's hold off on talking to Popola because she's going to tell us wait around. Then we're going to get a letter from the king. Then we're going to feel bad if we don't go to the king right away. So let's get some mysterious switches while we're here. So we can just knock off a ton of side. Now we're going to go into side quest mode. Because that's... What else? Am I forgetting anything? Sacrifice, Law Robotics, Loyal Cerberus. Do we have Sacrifice? Yes, we do. Yes. I was going to say, I think that was Airy, but I couldn't tell if we had 2 or 3 pieces. But yes. Memory Tree and Airy. So yeah, we've got... yeah, we just got the Facade storyline, and then... Well, so the Facade storyline doesn't move forward until we activate it, right? So we can talk to Popola. That'll give us a letter in our mailbox telling us to come to Facade. Which we might not do right away, but we can if we want. And then... check off some boxes. That's all this game is checking off boxes, you know? Wow, Emil really got in my way there, it seemed like. Alright, we need how many fucking mysterious switches? 4 more! Let's count them down. What have I been up to? It's been like a whole week and a half since I last played. And I'm trying to remember what you guys missed. Got a job. Got a part-time job. Started working on it today. I'm bad at it, and it's stressful. But it is money. It's not a lot of money. But I've interviewed for another part-time job in a couple days. That should be a good chunk of money. It's not a lot of hours per week, but the amount I get paid hourly is quite nice, so I'm happy about that. And then I should be starting up a third part-time job that doesn't pay a lot, but it is a job offer directly from a friend who is... It was very, very kind because it's a project. I can be a little bit... I'm not going to give you any of the details of the project. I'll talk in general terms. I'm going to be helping make a board game, probably. One of my friends has really wanted to make his own board game for a long time. And has been talking about it with me, chatting with me. And I've helped this friend do stuff before that I enjoyed and was happy to do, but I put a lot of work and time into it. And I legitimately thought to myself, it was not an official thing. It wasn't the same as like developing a product. But I worked hard enough that I directly thought to myself, hey, if something like this comes up again, I think I'm going to have to ask my friend to pay me, because this was a ton of work. And then started talking to me about the board game, and it was a similar vibe of, I didn't put in a ton of work right away, but I had the thought of like, this sounds like fun, I would love to keep working on it, but it also sounds like it's going to be a lot of work. I think I might need to be paid for this if I'm going to keep working on it. And it was awkward that I had like started to add some input, and I was doing that for free, and I was like, it's going to be an awkward conversation having to ask my friend, hey, do you mind giving me money for this thing that I initially started doing just as a friend? And very generously and fortuitously, unprompted from me, my friend eventually DM'd me and said, hey, I really want to start working on this board game. I really want to start making progress. Would you mind being paid this amount per hour? And I was like, hell yes. That's incredible. I'm so happy I didn't have to ask. I very much would like to be paid for this, so I'm very happy that you were the one to offer. But I am very excited to work on it. This is something I'm going to have fun doing, but it is definitely work. And so I am grateful and appreciative that he, with his own train of thought, realized, yeah, Flint should probably be being paid for this. That was very kind of him, and very, very kind of him to reach that realization on his own and be willing to breach that subject on his own. Because I was really worried about it's going to be really awkward if I ask for money for this thing that up until now has been a friendly endeavor. You know? It was chill and cool all around. And so yeah, I'm excited to do that. Should be fun. Everything's looking better than it was. Do I still want a full-time job because that's job security and health insurance? Yes, but as someone who has had no source of income for several months, very nice to get some bites. So that's the updates. Really thought I was going to TPK my D&D party. Did not TPK my D&D party. Didn't even kill one of them. They had a revivify. So I really was planning on at least killing one of them, but the dice fell where they did, and I didn't get to kill a single one of those assholes. That's another thing I need to look into. Is I'm curious if I can do some paid DMing on the side, because I know a friend who has done that, and I think DMing is also a lot of work, but it's also something I enjoy. So that's. The main DMing I do is definitely a, no, I shouldn't be paid for this. This is definitely a friend thing that I'm doing for friends in order to hang out with friends. But were I to start DMing for strangers, that would definitely be the case, a case of, yeah, if I'm gonna be doing that, I should be paid a little bit for that, because it's the amount of work is like, yeah, that is a part-time job. And I think I deserve to be compensated as such. I'm realizing that the second robot has fallen into a pit, and that's very unhelpful for getting me more of my mysterious switches, guys. That being said, I don't think I've picked up a single one yet, which actually tells me something important. I think only the red guys drop mysterious. God damn it, guys! You can't do that. That's unacceptable. Why is Amber in here, and why did I fall into that box? I finished Invincible Season 2. That was pretty dang good. Amber's not as bad as the internet thinks she is. Yeah, I didn't think Season 2 was as good as Season... Oh, another Amber. I didn't think it was good as Season 1. I think Season 1 was tighter. It was just a tighter story. That had a smaller group of characters to focus on, and thus just felt like a little bit more cohesive. But I really, really liked Season 2 as well. There were some really, really good bits in there that I liked a lot. Damascus Steam. God damn it. Like, here's an example for you. Immortal. I don't really care about Immortal, guys. I'm sorry. If you're a big Immortal fan, I apologize, but Immortal got a lot more screen time than I expected in Season 2, and a lot more screen time than I would have given him personally. I don't dislike him, but there's just so many characters in Invincible that I do care about and I really enjoy, that it's like, oh yeah, we are devoting screen time to Immortal, and I don't know if I need that, actually. What I did need was Donald content, and I got it, and it was great. It was awesome. That's a character I'm happy that we got more time in the spotlight. It's because we've been shut in and not a single mysterious switch to show for it. And I really don't think I can buy mysterious switches anywhere. Otherwise I wouldn't be doing this. Just once I want to get a thing that's like a perfectly normal, completely pristine antenna. A fully unsevered cable, you know? Like, they didn't have to specify everything in here is broken. Because there is no item in which I get a normal version of any of this. They truly just could have gone, you got a cable, you got a motor, you got a battery. But no, every single thing I picked up in here has to be, they have to specify that it's damaged. And the game also apparently has to specify, don't give any of those mysterious switches to that Flint fellow. Got a titanium alloy, so that's a positive thing. Really want some mysterious switches, though. Got any mysterious switches for me? We're gonna have to go to that boss fight area again. I'm really, well, no, we will be coming to the robot factory again anyways, and we're not locked in to go to the final boss right after we complete it. I think we have to talk to Popola first. Yeah, in fact, we even get a thing saying, like, every time we even get close to the Lost Shrine, they're like, are you sure? Are you sure you're not done doing other stuff? So... even though that was a complete bust, we didn't get one single mysterious switch that time. I think we'll wait until next time. To see if we can scrounge up a little bit more. But it sucks that we didn't get anything from that. That stings. Does it smarts, that smarts, is that, do people think, because this is what I think, I'm curious if I'm alone here, do people think that refers to a specific kind of pain? Because I think people, smarts is not, if you say, oh, that's smarts, that's not a thing, that's kind of an old-timey way of describing pain, I think, but I hear it from time to time. And I feel like it was not until I had a wart on my thumb that I don't think is a wart, because I still have it, and it's been like 10 years, and I haven't gotten warts anywhere else in my body, so I think it's just some other kind of thing that I really need to get checked out, but I don't have health insurance because I don't have a full-time job. But anyways, it wasn't until I got that frozen by a dermatologist that I felt a specific type of pain that I was like, I don't know how else to describe, like, obviously I could just say it hurts. That's a perfectly fine way to describe what I'm feeling. But I was like, I'm trying to get more specific, and it doesn't sting, and it's not like sore. It's not a twinge of pain. And I was just talking to my dad, because my dad had a similar problem. We went to the dermatologist together because we both had things we needed checked out. And I was just like, yeah, I think this is the first time I would very definitively describe something as saying that's smarts. That is the specific way I would describe this specific kind of pain. Wild, right? Alright, we're gonna go over that bridge again. I think the big guy only shows up on overcast days. But might as well check. God damn it. And you have mysterious switches? Looking for mysterious switches. God, how fucking dare you? Okay. It is weird. Like I knew it would go by faster. We are like 2 hours into Route B, aside from reading things at the beginning, and we're like halfway through it. We've already done 2.5 of the 4 things we need to do. 5 things if you count the first Lost Shrine visit. Which is kind of wild. And the majority of my time is being spent on these side quests. It's not even main quest, you know? It's wild. Okay. What's on my checklist? Let's talk to Popola. Let's get invited to Facade, but then once we get to Facade, we won't progress that anymore. Because that's going to be sad. I want to save the other 2 main quest things for next time, I think. I think I'm going to spend the rest of tonight on side quests. Because, yeah, we got a good chunk, good chunk of stuff in there. Sorry, 3.5 out of 5. Sorry, I didn't do my counting right. Where if you count the Lost Shrine thing, and you don't count the entire final sequence, we are over halfway done with this kind of Zelda dungeon, go find all the fused Shadow Triforce pieces bit. Hey, you're back. Do you know anything new about Shadowlord's Key? Nope, sorry, it's really hard. Local service might be a dog, but I've never seen anything with the bill. We'll keep trying. Kind of lost hope. I'll do what I can. Oh, and by the way, just walking by your house earlier and you had some mail. So, anyways, have you describe your pain? Just what kind of pain have you felt in your life? Anything that smarts? Let me know. I'm collecting a list of things that smart. Having a wart or other growth frozen off of your body, that smarts. Let me know what else. I'm curious. Let's get the letter again. King's getting married? It would be rude to miss a wedding. I haven't been to Facade in a while. We should pay them a visit. And I guess we should go fishing for fucking Hyneriids, too. God, and I gotta figure this out. That's a next time problem. I'm not gonna do that now. I don't feel like it. Now let me look into it. Let me see, like, what are you gonna take from me? What do you need from me? I don't even remember what this was, but I was not particularly attached to the second 2 rows of things, so let's just clear it. Oh, but I didn't get any fucking speed fertilizer. God damn it. Okay. Again, we shouldn't need that if we're gonna be doing shit, but also this is tedious enough that I'll just clear some of it out now, I'll clear some of it later. I lied. I'm going to clear these two out now. I'm going to leave my very first row of planted things. I really want to see if that ever just actually grows on its own. I don't think it will. Although I suppose once I start trying to cheese the clock, that'll just make the first row of crops grow as well. But that don't matter. I don't care about that.